I mean, do you have any balloons that are maybe geared towards curing depression or?
Not specifically, no, but I mean, everything here is themed towards like smiles, so
What's the confetti situation?
we have a whole aisle of confetti.
And is it like packaged or is it like a bulk bin kind of thing?
1801. Yeah, we have it packaged. We have them in cannons as well.
What's the cannon? What's the, how powerful are those?
They come in lots of different sizes. You can get, depression blasting levels all the way to just the little party poppers.
Depression blasting?
Yeah.
Like to cure depression?
Mhm.
Maybe I'll do that. Now that's
Yeah, you
not
should
it's
probably
not
get that.
powerful enough to like blow your hand off or anything, right?
Oh, no, that would be even more depressing, so I think it's counterintuitive.
I guess you kind of cheered me up a little bit.
Oh, I hope so.
I guess I'll come down.
Yeah, come on down.
And confetti cannon. How much does a confetti cannon cost? Just ballpark. You don't
They're
have to
about
look
like
it up.
$7 for the bigger ones,
$7? That's not bad.
right?
And how's it powered? Is it like a gunpowder thing?
You just like a twist off.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting a call here. Hello?
Oh.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me, Nick?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, ma'am, can you hear Nick? He's on the phone now.
Yeah, I got Nick loud and clear.
Okay. I was just...
Hey, how you doing?
Nick's probably calling to check up on me because he knows that I'm bummed out too. I called a party store to try and cure my depression, Nick.
Do you guys have Prozac or anything there?
That's a good question.
Sorry, I missed that. Was that?
Do you guys have like Prozac or any sort of antidepressants?
Oh, no, nothing
Probably.
other than, just the aforementioned confetti and Pikachus.
See, that's why I wanted... That's why it's good that Nick just called because, you see, Nick, I was talking to her about maybe getting a confetti cannon, but it seems like pharmaceuticals are maybe a little more direct. Like that's maybe a little more direct path to happiness. I'm not lying when I say I'm depressed. This isn't like a farcical phone call.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel you.
I'm depressed
Tough
as well.
out there.
I have medication.
Nick's on medication. He has insurance. I don't. That's why I'm calling party stores to see if I can.
Well, all right. Nice talking to you guys. Good luck with whatever it is you're working on.
Okay. Thanks. It was nice to meet you.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
World record. World record.
She.
World record.
Two guys.
Just
You know,
a couple
looking to cure
guys.
depression.
You called in. That was good. That was good timing. I was really just kind of. That was just my testing the equipment call. So, it all worked out pretty well. And my banger signature bit is I'm depressed and I'm looking for a confetti cannon. It's my new thing. It's kind of like I don't know what's somebody else's thing. Doug Benson, he's a stoner. Mine is I'm depressed.
Well, you know the interesting thing about a confetti cannon. Have you ever seen a cannon like a regular cannon backfire?
Backfire, like explode?
Yeah,
No.
that would be interesting if anybody's ever dealt with like a confetti cannon that backfires.
Well, I was getting into it with her about how it was powered. I think you called right when I was going to get to the gunpowder to find out if it was actually like a like a firearm.
I mean, it does seem like something ignites in there when
It might be, I don't know. They're only $7.
I'd like to get one that ignites if they don't have them.
I mean, you could rig it up.
Yeah, that's true. With stuff that I get online or on the black.
Now, would the
web.
Unabomber, here's a question. Would the Unabomber have gotten such a bad rap if his bombs were like a little more silly?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. He'd probably be out of jail by now because it's already been like 20 years.
I know. I wonder if he looks back and thinks I should have just done confetti. I don't know what I was doing using actual explosives.
Confetti street. Well, I mean, he could still do the actual. Yeah, I guess that would kind of mute the silliness if it does blow somebody's head off.
Well, it's kind of like those packages that people like fill with sparkles and stuff, so that when you get them and they explode in your car if somebody steals it off your doorstep, and it's all to like track the thief essentially and film them. It's a pretty good prank to pull on criminals, I guess.
Wait, what I got lost there for a second. Tracking criminals with a bomb?
Yeah, people that steal packages from doorsteps.
Right.
They make these like, these things with like cameras in them that explode and put like,
Dye on them?
Dye but what if somebody had actually ordered a bomb and one of those guys, or if one of those guys like now stole if the Unabomber had sent a package and they used Amazon, for instance. He used Amazon.
Yeah.
Somebody were to steal that and explode, whose fault is that? That person stole.
That's a valid point, and that's maybe a good idea. That's a good idea for my next script. Is the Amazon Unabomber. And I don't want to poke holes, and I think this is a great idea, but I don't. Amazon wasn't around yet when he was doing all his Unabombing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is on the phone here. We have Nick Thune. And why don't I just I'll play the theme song from the old Do You Know Who Jason Segel Is podcast right here. I'll play it right here. I don't have it right now, but I'll put it in later.
Okay.
Do you know who Jason Segel is? We know who he is. And we want to give you a little quiz. Do you know who Jason Segel is?
I know a lot of people have asked what happened to the podcast. And Brendan, do you want to take that one?
What happened? It just stopped. It stopped happening. I don't think there wasn't any kind of...
No.
There wasn't any kind of real bombshell dramatic thing. I mean, I think there was, we both had kind of things going on, and I think that I don't want to speak for you, but I think maybe you were your personal life was maybe not in the best spot back then.
I mean, also there were the contract issues.
There were every time my lawyer Frank gave you a contract to sign, you would tear it up and throw it in his face, which comedically A+. But from a business standpoint, it was not. It was very counterproductive because then we had to have a whole new contract because they have to draw them up from scratch.
Yeah, they draw them. They hand draw them.
Once you tear it up and throw it in someone's face.
Yeah, and the great thing is, it's just like I predicted. He laughed the first time, and then he laughed the 10th time.
Yeah, the 3rd through 6th times are kind of the hardest. Actually, I think you might have gotten a chuckle around the 5th time.
Yeah, I mean, but that was kind of out of it, probably.
And then the 9th time you did it, you both were laughing as he was handing it to you.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, like I said, from a comedic standpoint, gold. But it's, it didn't really help.
It didn't help progress the podcast. It wasn't good business-wise.
It didn't, it really tied up the business end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Did you ever
we still have how many states?
I was going through it yesterday, and it was about what I figured. I think it's 15. Let me see. Let me go into my. Oh, here's a. Hold on. Here's a good opportunity for an ad. Let me just. I'm glad you asked that, Nick. Let me just go into my notes app on my MacBook Air. MacBook Air. Yeah. It's light. Does everything you need it to do. Get all the most popular apps surf the web. Notes. Right here, I have a little notepad app on my dock, they would call it. And it's real easy. What you do is you just log into your computer or your MacBook. This is a Mac. It's not a computer. And that's the slogan. So get out there, get yourself a Mac, and tell them when you go into the Apple Store, say World Record Podcast 20 is the code, and you get 20% off of a MacBook, any Mac products. So go in.
Is that because of 2020, or is that because of the 20% off?
They give me the code. I don't know how they generate it.
Yeah.
It comes from the Apple company. They email me a code every month, and then I just use it to promote their products. So Apple, if you need a new laptop, MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, the dark gray one with the new plug that they invented, so you can't even use your old plugs anymore. So throw out your old plugs. Get the new one with the small, you know what I'm talking about, Nick. You probably have one, right?
Yeah. I do not.
Oh, Amanda has one of those. It's got like a little, it's got like almost like an Android plug.
But I might use the code and go get one.
Go for it, man. 20%'s a lot. I mean, you're talking like
right now while we're online, while we're on the podcast, I could step through me going and ordering it.
We could call maybe. Well, that's kind of tricky, because then everybody will know that we're calling an Apple store. I try to keep it as
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But there's plenty of places that sell computers. I guess we could call a computer place. Why don't we do that to kick it off? Hold it. Let's let me figure out how to turn that music off. So here are the states that we did not get to. Let me know if you think of any that, because I think I might be missing one, but I'm not sure. So here they are in alphabetical order. The Do You Know Who Jason Segel is remaining states. Okay, so in alphabetical order, we have... Hear that? Oh.
D for drum.
Drumtown, USA. We never called that. Okay, so here we go. Without further ado, this is the remaining states of from the Do You Know Who Jason Segel is podcast. The idea for the podcast. What the fuck? I don't know why was there a problem with the... Okay, so the podcast, if you're not familiar with Do You Know Who Jason Segel is, it was a podcast that the idea was Nick and I were calling all 52 states to find out. Each episode we would call...
Is it not 53?
Puerto Rico, does that count?
Yeah. Okay,
so 53 states now since Trump threw those paper towels at them. I think you have to count them. My ex-wife has a thing for Puerto Rican guys, too, and that's not racist, so don't cancel me on that.
I mean, who doesn't have a thing for Puerto Rican guys?
They're good. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying I don't get it, but I don't have to like it. Mm-hmm. When my ex-wife is pretty much exclusively with Puerto Rican guys, and I don't want any guys raising my son. Okay? Whether they be Puerto Rican, Italian, white, black, purple. Okay, you got to throw that one in there.
Yeah.
Purple guy. I don't want a purple guy raising my kid. I don't want some corpse or some guy who's choking or fell in a vat of grape juice.
Or when you say purple guy, I think of what's his name? That Russian Gorbachev. With he kind of has that purple thing on his head.
Port wine. What is that called? It's like a port wine. It's called port wine something. It's like a birthmark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gorbachev. Yeah, he has that. Now, here's a trivia question. This can be for our online interactive poll. Is Gorbachev still alive? Don't Google it. Just call in and we'll take your calls. So, getting back to the Puerto Rico, the states. Okay, so here we go. We have Okay, without further ado, we have Brendan Walsh, Nick Thune, the old Do You Know Who Jason Segel Is team back together to tell you the states that we have not called yet. And we're going to start with, in alphabetical order. We're going to do state number 1 is Arizona.
Wow. Right.
We never got around to Arizona. State number 2 is Connecticut. State 3, Illinois. Or is it Illinois? State 4, Indiana. Iowa. So we really neglected the states.
We really skipped right through those.
I don't know how. Maybe because it's like kind of right in the middle of the alphabet. Oh, is it, you know how if you're a middle child, you kind of get neglected? I think. I don't know. I'm not a middle child.
The oldest is your baby, and the youngest is... What is the youngest?
The smaller baby.
Yeah.
I made a soundboard, and that's probably my favorite one. It was funny. I heard that on a TV show or something. I was like, wait, that's the same crazy guy laugh. Yeah. So like the middle child, the I states were neglected, and then we have Kentucky. Okay, let's stop goofing around. Arizona, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, New Hampshire, which New Hampshire, I barely consider that a state.
Me too.
North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, where I could have sworn that we called Philadelphia one time.
I know that. For cheap, I mean, we had to have.
But there's not an episode labeled Pennsylvania. So, and we have 30, it adds up. Is all I'm going to say. However many episodes we did, if you add these states to that number and subtract 1, because we did like one's just labeled Christmas. I don't know. Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, and Virginia.
Got it.
Which doesn't, it seems like, and again, I did not have the time to listen to all 30 hours of the podcast, which is actually, that's saying something, because we didn't, how long did we do that for?
It's hard to tell.
Less than a year. Probably about a year, maybe.
I mean, we got microphones. We just did so much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I had it. I had all that stuff already.
Yeah.
I bought mic stands, I believe.
That's right. And some different cables here and there to,
Some cables, batteries, new batteries for the recorder. I'm in a studio now. Aaron?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, I got a guy here too, Nick, just so
that's great.
Full disclosure. I just wanted Nick to hear that I have a guy here.
Oh, okay. I'm listening to another
Thanks,
podcast, though, so.
Aaron listens to other podcasts when I record mine.
I got it.
Yeah.
I would too.
That's Aaron. He's laughing. So, we did it for about a year. But, I got to say, for something that was kind of, I don't want to diminish the importance of the podcast or the fun that we had doing it.
Yeah.
But for something that was kind of like a blip in, time, like for us, and like, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, we did this thing for a minute. To have 30 plus hours of something produced is fairly impressive.
Yeah, especially since, because we sometimes we would bank them up, but yeah, it was just such a quick and easy process with little prep, because really we just wanted to know if people knew who he was.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like I look back at a favorite episode of mine, which people seem to comment on a lot, is New Jersey.
Which one was that?
That's the one that we released our Bruce Springsteen cover,
right,
of Secret Garden.
Oh, that's also another track, I think, but it's not numbered. But yes, we have, if you go to the Do You Know Who Jason Segel Is, what would you call that? Stream, page? I don't know. Go with a podcast situation. There is a track that is just Nick and I doing a cover of Secret Garden. Maybe I could pull that up. Actually, I have a computer right here in front of me. That might be.
That's interesting that you do have that.
Well, you heard me do the commercial.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I don't want to yell at you on the podcast. Do that after.
Honestly, I appreciate that. That's kind of something that we also did. Before we recorded, there was a no yell, never spoken, but never happened.
Now you see, this is also kind of nice. If you go into Google and you type in "Do you know who J.A. is?" it completes it as "Do you know who Jason Segel is?"
That's amazing.
I think it's got a little, cult following.
If you type in "Do you know who Jason?"
No, it was just J.A. I did J.A. I mean, maybe it was J.A.S. But do you know who I mean, there's a billion questions.
People still, whenever I post a tweet, I would say 1 out of 10, there's some sort of a comment that's like, bring it back. Where's the end of the episodes? You were my favorite part of it.
Well, these are crazy
Looney
people.
Tunes.
These are trolls, probably. It sounds like these are trolls you're dealing with. That's one thing that I've learned from doing podcasts for the better part of the last decade is people. I think I would like to go back to a world where creators are not as accessible by the public. Let's see here. Okay, here's the Secret Garden cover. Let's take it from the top, and then we'll just go through once, no matter what happens. Don't talk into your mic because I have it cranked all the way up to get your guitar. Sounds good.
Yeah.
She'll let you in her house if you come knocking at night.
Really good.
She'll let you in her mouth.
Very interesting lyrics there too. Well, we don't. I'll put this in the episode towards the end because we do have limited time here, and I do want to get to.
Let's get to our. Let's just hit Arizona. Should we just go alphabetical? You want to go backwards?
I think I'll just cross whatever we get to. I'll cross off the list. Well, you want to start with Texas?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, and that's also
called Texas.
People listening, that's why Nick's on the phone. Not the only reason. It's nice to catch up with you. We haven't talked in a while. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna try and round out, cross some of these states off the list, and maybe, just right now, looking at the clock, we could try and rapid fire get through these. But it might be nice to check in with you occasionally and just call a place if you're up for it.
Yeah, I'm down for that too. There is a thing that I wanted to ask you about that I am interested in finding out about.
Yeah.
My son was caught, I don't want to say red-handed because there was nothing red on his hands, but he had been doorbell ditching.
Really? In our neighborhood?
We've been going on bike rides, and then the last part of it, we kind of walk up the hill, and I turn around and he's touching a doorbell, and I go, "What are you doing?" And he's obviously he's pressed the doorbell, and now he's just walking at a very slow rate.
Huh?
And he said, "I'm doorbell ditching," and I said, "No, you're not. You just rang a doorbell, and you're not ditching at all. You're just basically looming."
Yeah, they see us.
They're gonna catch you, Mm-hmm. And as he gets up to me, and I say, "Listen, don't do that," at least when I'm watching, and in that moment. The door that I was standing in front of, a guy yells over the thing, "Is that kid that's been ringing my doorbell?" And I realized he's been doing it up the whole block.
Oh.
And, obviously I told the guy mind his own fucking business.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about the laws as far as doorbell ditching goes. And, right now, especially with the climate out there, if doorbell ditching is something that is happening more often.
I would say, and are these ring doorbells that he's and I believe the term is ding dong ditching, Nick.
Ding dong ditching, okay.
There was also, and I know this is I don't know if it's a Philadelphia. Actually, there is somebody else from a completely different part of Philadelphia where she grew up, and she had heard this term as well, where we would call it knock knock zoom zoom when we were, which is I don't know where that came from because there was a lot of knocking on doors and running away.
Yeah.
But the Ring doorbell, I would say, is bad news. I mean, you're gonna have to listen. Your son he's a boy. He needs to have these life experiences, but we're living in a completely different world than you and I grew up in. So, you got to stay away from the Ring doorbells. Any place with a Ring doorbell, don't knock, don't ring, unless you have a purge mask on or something, which could hide your identity.
That would be interesting if we could find out if we could call doorbell stores and see if they do have like purge masks for when you're doorbell ditching and it's a Ring.
Okay, I have a computer place lined up in Texas right now. Okay. So we could call, I forget why we were going to call them though now. So we could call a doorbell place. Well, let's see if this computer, because really the main reason is to find out.
Maybe they sell the Ring there. They sell Ring.
Oh, that's a great.
Thank you for. Please stand by for a member of our sales team.
Oh, okay.
What city is this?
This is Grace.
Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. This is Brendan. I'm here with Nick.
We're business partners.
Okay.
We have a business, and we're looking for some computer type equipment.
Oh, yeah, we can help with that.
Do you know who Jason Segel is?
No.
No.
Jason Segel? That name doesn't ring a bell at all?
No, it doesn't.
No, he has a computer. That's why we were asking.
Yeah. So, Nick, we were going to see, I forget, Nick was going to call, those new, like, Macs? What's going on? Can you tell that lady to keep it down?
Oh, are you calling?
Yeah, we're calling. Oh, right. I guess that's different kind. That's not a Mac, right?
We sell mostly Dells, and
okay.
We have some Lenovo and HPs as well.
Nick, you know what? Nick knows Dells very well. I gotta say, can you please tell that lady to keep it down? Whoever's talking really loud behind you, just to tell her to keep it down.
Yeah, hold on.
Thanks.
1 second.
Okay.
That's nice of her.
Oh, what's that, Nick?
That was nice of her.
I don't think I can turn this down.
Why would you?
Do you think she's going to come back? I mean, we pretty much have our answer. Should we just move on to a different state?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was really nice.
That music's too loud for me.
She had a nice voice.
She sounded very pleasant and maybe even pretty.
Grace
from the computer.
The age part, I couldn't quite.
She could have been, down. She sounded pretty young. But you know what?
But then sometimes she sounded kind of old.
She could have been a 40-year-old porker.
Yeah.
You never know.
I mean, we don't want to use those words, 40. People don't like being called 40.
No, especially in this town. This cesspool full of snakes that we call a town here.
Yeah, more of a city, but.
Yeah, I guess it is a city.
Uh-huh.
Wasn't Hollywood called Hollywood Land originally?
Yeah, that's what they had up on the where it said the Hollywood sign. Now I think it said Hollywood Land.
Yeah, and part of it fell down in an earthquake.
Either that or just I probably shouldn't say this actually.
Why?
A huge fart.
Blew down the Hollywood Land sign?
Yeah.
I wonder what the biggest fart is. You know, that was part of this podcast is called the World Record Podcast now. Mm-hmm. And that was going into it, the idea was to, talk about a world record on every episode. Mm-hmm. Sounds fun, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a world record of people that have called the most states asking if they know who Jason Segel is.
I mean, we definitely have that record. Nobody else has done that.
Yeah.
Maybe some guys who listen to the podcast copied us or whatever.
World records have always been, interesting for me because, okay, let's say some guy named Larry grows out the longest fingernails, right?
Right. There's two.
World
There's
record.
actually two categories for the longest fingernails. There's man and woman.
Oh, okay.
They separate a
Well,
lot of the records like that.
Let's say that the guy's name is Larry.
Uh-huh.
What if some guy named Mark grows out the same length, of whatever, and he's then they go, well, this is the only Greg that has done it, and this is the only Mark that has done it. That's a world record for Gregs and Marks.
So name-based records.
Yeah.
That's really, I think that's diluting. It's too much dilution, I think.
Yeah.
Because already with separating men and women for something like longest fingernails seems pointless. I mean, fingernails are fingernails. Too. I could see if it's like long jump, something where your biology could give you an advantage,
Mm-hmm.
Then separate it, I guess. But then it's making it sexist.
Like if they had if they had a category for women for the biggest penis.
Yeah. I wonder if they do have that. But that was the the way we got on this was you were talking about a fart knocking over the Hollywood sign, and that is that would be something interesting to explore. If there's a way to measure a fart, well, we could ask this person. Calling a doorbell place in Arizona.
Okay.
How would you even measure? Is there a record for the biggest fart?
We'd probably want to call somebody that does like seismic, recordings.
Yeah. Maybe they sell. What are those called? The things that you measure earthquakes with? Seismometer?
Richter scale.
Richter scale. Andy.
James, can I help you?
Hey James, this is Brendan and Nick. We have we're business partners. We're in Richter scales.
Okay.
We were curious as far as doorbells go. What you guys are dealing with there?
Do you guys have like Ring doorbells and stuff like that? Security type?
No, we don't.
Any kind of motion activated cameras or lights?
Just security. No motion lights.
Security lights. Do you know who Jason Segel is?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard that name before.
You never heard that name? Jason Segel?
No.
What about Nick Thune? Thune.
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
That's
sure.
Odd. As far as doorbells go, what do you guys have as far as when people buy a doorbell as insurance policies? On the doorbell, is there a doorbell dash or a ding dong ditch insurance policy?
I'm not sure. You'd probably have to speak to my manager. Would you like to speak to my manager?
You got it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, hold please.
Thanks. They don't know. Okay, let's cross that one off. I'm sorry, the hold music is too loud for me today.
Yeah.
So that's 2 no's. 2 out of 2. That's no good.
Yeah.
Well, let's cross Arizona and Texas off the list.
I'm just curious if they guarantee a certain amount of rings or dings.
Well, you know what? This is okay. Here's what we can do. Instead of spending, because the old podcast, we spent a whole episode on a state. This one,
Each state we have different
places we called.
Yeah.
What was the place we called? They had like a van full of hula dancers. Remember that?
Yeah.
I don't know. How did we even how did that even happen?
Yeah. Woman was driving like her daughter's hula team in the back of the van.
But why? I'll have to go back and listen to it.
But we had gotten her number because I think were we looking for hula dances for our secret garden party?
Possibly. A lot of good stuff.
Could have been New York. I think we were maybe going to throw a party in New York. I know we were trying to throw a secretive garden, and we were talking to garden stores, just asking if they had different stuff for a secret garden party, that people could like walk quietly on and
pop up
possibly
from
hide.
like be buried in soil. And that was that was the part that I was the most excited about with the secret garden party was being able to like lay in a little like ditch kind of thing, little dugout, and be covered with like soil and moss, and then just sit straight up at a certain point and surprise everyone.
That would be the best surprise party ever if you were in the woods and then all the bushes and trees just like popped out and it was people wearing those like, moss and stuff.
So
Surprise.
A forest that's an actual, it's not a real forest. It's just all people dressed as stuff.
Yep.
That's the ultimate secret garden party.
Like the forest has ended, like you think, normally you'd be out of the forest, but at this point it's just all people. And you've gotten past noticing trees and things at that point. So you just kind of say, oh, there's another tree. You're not thinking, is that a real tree? Is that a person?
Right. You're not inspecting them very closely.
Yeah.
That's like those guys from To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
Remember those guys? They dress up as a bush and jump on to tackle the guy when he leaves.
Yeah. Or did you ever see the one where the predator actually dressed as a bush and attacked the kid?
No. That might have been on that might have been a DVD extra.
Yeah, I think it was. Interesting too about like a tree hugger, for instance. I mean, I think that'd be a great way to kind of trick a tree hugger too, is that they went to go hug a tree and it was a person.
I wonder if there's any, because pornography is rampant on the internet.
I mean, it's at this point, it's out of control.
It's out of control. There's a category for everything, but I'm curious if there are any pornographic films, and this could be another online interactive.
Well, let's look in. Have we already called Arizona? We did.
That was just Arizona.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a porn production company in one of these states.
Arizona would probably be
the only one.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Where's the Bang Bus run out of? Where's the Bang Bus headquarters?
Probably the bus station.
Okay, let's call a bus station in Connecticut.
Yeah.
How can I help you?
Hi, this is Brendan, and
I'm Nick. I work with Brendan.
We're business partners. We're in Richter scales. The earthquake. Well, that's not important. We have a question about the bus schedule.
Okay, how can I help you?
Well, do you know who Jason Segel is?
No, this customer service. I can help you with routes.
Okay.
Yeah, we were curious. We were hoping to take the Bang Bus, but we just didn't know all of the requirements as far as testing and wearing a mask or.
Yeah, and where
you have to wear a mask
on the Bang Bus.
On the bus, yes.
The Bang Bus.
On the Bang Bus, this is.
Oh. Well, that's our friend told us that we can get the Bang Bus on that route.
I don't know what that is.
Well, what is?
The Bang Bus?
Route?
Yeah, the Bang Bus. That's what we were calling it.
I don't know what that is.
I mean, that's our friend told us that.
Okay, this is.
Yeah.
You give us a route number. I could tell you or what street you want to go, where you're going to board the bus.
Well,
and
I think
could
the
tell
Bang
you
Bus
where
is
you can
kind of
pick
like
up
you
the bus.
get on and you don't get off until you're finished, right?
Yeah, I think the Bang Bus kind of. I don't know if it has a succinct route. I think it just kind of drives around and it'll pick up. I don't know if they're like single. Yeah,
drops them off.
It's like a singles kind of thing.
No, this is a local bus that everybody uses.
Yeah.
It's a local bus.
Yeah.
I guess any bus could be a Bang Bus, to be honest.
I guess that's true.
Okay,
It just
so
depends on who they're picking
I don't understand what
up.
you mean by a Bang Bus. I have no idea what that means.
It's a
that.
type
we
of
call
bus,
it a bus.
I guess. Yeah.
It's a bus, a public bus that everyone takes.
Right.
Okay.
But if it's, I mean, I guess what Nick is saying, which I agree with, but I don't know if that's the case, but he's saying that like it's not really. It's any bus could be a bang bus. Just depending on
I can't answer
who's.
that because I don't know it by that term.
But whoever, it depends on like who's riding it and what they're doing.
Yeah.
People are riding it to get to work or going to their appointment, or this is a regular local bus.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Well,
where will you be
that
that you're going to be
work.
boarding our bus, and which bus is it? Where are you going? What destination?
Well, I was going to go to Nick's house.
Okay, you're giving me. Where are you boarding the bus at?
Yeah.
Which route then? Where are you going?
To my house.
We have multiple buses going in different directions.
Okay. And you
board
never.
our bus. You need to have a mask to board the bus.
Okay, and you never heard the name Jason Segel?
I have no idea. No.
What about Nick Thune? Thune. Nick Thune.
What did they do?
Well, that's Jason Segel's an actor. I guess I could tell you. And Nick is also an actor, comedian.
This is a company.
Yeah.
I don't know what. If you're calling me because you need a bus.
Yeah.
You tell me where you're going. I will see if we have a bus going in that direction.
Yeah.
And I will tell you what route you get on.
Right. And I guess that's where the wires are being crossed because Nick there's like Nick is friends with these older kids who they were doing like ding dong ditches and stuff, and they told us that we could get the bang bus at that station. But I guess...
All right, then you have to speak to them because they're probably arranging their own bus. But
Well,
this
I
is
think what
Connecticut
they're
Transit
doing,
local bus.
They're ding-dong ditching, and I think... I don't know if the bus is what they use as an escape, or... I guess it is kind of inconspicuous,
Hold on, somebody's at my door. Let me... Nick, can you just see if you can figure out this bang bus thing? I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right. Are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Hello?
Great.
Hello?
So
you got to tell me who you spoke to.
Nobody was at the door. Somebody rang my doorbell and they ran away, I think. They weren't out there.
Who did you speak at?
They're older kids that were...
Okay, no. If anything was done, it would be done or arranged through the division manager or the superintendent.
Well, I know that one of these guys' older brother probably hooks them up with like ciggies and stuff.
His older, because they're older kids, but one of them has an even older brother, and he does smoke cigarettes, and I know that's not allowed on the bus.
Okay, this is going in a different direction. When you find out who you spoke to, who arranged this, then we could go further. But for right now, this is customer service. The only thing I could help you with is a route from the transportation center to where you're going.
Okay.
But if you're riding our bus, you must wear a mask.
Right.
On the bus. It is a local bus used by the public of Stanford.
Be right back.
Okay, just like any other bus in the city.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you
I know your
contact
father,
your person,
okay?
whoever it is.
So ring my doorbell again,
they'll
see what
contact
happens.
us, okay?
Okay. Well, thank
You're welcome.
Some kids just...
Yeah, she just hung up.
Huh.
She was, she basically, I think, extended the most courtesy she could have towards us. I also don't think she knows who these kids are, and I don't know. I'm surprised she doesn't know about the bang bus.
You would think, definitely. I think she knows about the bang bus, but she was embarrassed to say.
Yeah, you're right. I always forget that people have,
It's a very private thing.
Yeah. Yep.
I got to say that was I almost lost it there for a minute. That was one of the silliest interactions I've ever had with another human being in my life.
Yeah.
But this is not looking good for Jason Segel. I feel like at one point somebody made a spreadsheet of the yeses and nos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Illinois, maybe. Maybe we should take some side bets here. That's something that we never really got into on the podcast is gambling.
Well, we did have that. We were. I don't know if you're still saving your fingernail clippings, but I am.
No, I actually They accidentally got thrown away by the housekeeper.
Oh, Jesus.
Or she stole them. I'm leaning towards that she probably took them.
Giving her the benefit of the doubt, though, on that.
Yeah, I can't prove anything, so you can't really just go around accusing people of stealing your fingernails.
That'd be great if you could get one of those ring things installed like on the bathroom door.
Yeah, or in the toilet.
That like on the inside of the bathroom door, so people have to ring to get out of the bathroom.
Oh, so it's like a security thing.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea because then you can, if somebody messes up the bathroom, you know, like you don't let them out until they clean up their mess.
Exactly who it was.
Yeah.
Because I installed a timer on the bathroom a while ago, just to kind of keep track of, amount of time used by whoever. And I did have a sign-in sheet for a while where I had to sign in and sign out and kind of say what you were up to.
Right.
But I do feel like that would cancel all that out if I just got that ring and I installed it on the inside of the bathroom door.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if we could call a place in Illinois.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd call a bathroom store or probably a bathroom store.
Let's see. I'm going to say Chicago is probably...
Yeah.
Let's just deal with Chicago.
I think Champaign actually might be a good spot to go.
Okay.
Champaign, Illinois.
I'm thinking about Jason too, and I'm going to get... it's been a couple of years since we've done the podcast, and I feel comfortable just referring to him as Jason.
Yeah.
And
you're saying that more likelihood of somebody in Chicago knowing who Jason is than in Champaign.
You know what? That's completely baseless. That what I just said. So I'm just thinking Chicago is more of a cosmopolitan kind of place. People are probably watching that show that he has now. He's got some show. They were trying to low winter sun us with it after Better Call Saul. Remember Low Winter Sun?
No.
Low Winter Sun, which I just used as a verb, it was a show that was on after Breaking Bad, or maybe Walking Dead, one of those gigantic AMC shows.
Oh, yeah.
Where you didn't even know that Breaking Bad ended because they would make Low Winter Sun just start.
Yeah.
And they try to trick you into like watching it. Where like you're going to go, oh, okay, well, I mean, I guess this is part of Breaking Bad. Or Walking Dead. I forget which show. But actually, I think it was Breaking Bad. Because I feel like Walking Dead had a different show they were doing that to you with. But now Jason Segel has a show. I don't know what they're... Aaron, you know this show? It's like they're time travelers or something. It's in Philadelphia, I believe. And it's a trans lady. Or a trans person? I don't want to get in trouble. It's like a
bus, like a transit.
No, there's like a trans person on the show, actor, lady, trans person with Jason Segel, and I think it's a time travel thing or something. Aaron, do you know the show?
No, I'm looking it up right now. Dispatches from Elsewhere?
Yes, that has a name like, maybe the name made me, and their design looks kind of like a aperture or something, so maybe it has nothing to do with time travel.
Yeah, but you're thinking, okay, well, let's call Chicago then.
Yeah, I don't even know why did I just start talking about that for so long? Well, but what they're doing is he has a show now that after, if you watch Better Call Saul, they're trying they're trying to Low Winter Sun you with this Jason Segel show.
But you can Low Winter Sun me once, that's my fault. But
yeah,
is that how? Then if you do it twice, then it's your fault at that point.
I wonder if some people were tricked into watching like the whole series of Low Winter Sun. And you know what? If you're out there listening and you were involved in the production of Low Winter Sun, I'm sure it's a fine show. I'm not saying
had a low winter sun at one point.
What's that?
I had a video when Funny the website Funny or Die came out.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell's That Landlord video.
Yes.
My video would pop up right after that because that was the day that they launched it, and I had a video called Masturbation. That was like a 20-second masturbation joke, and that would just pop. I would low winter sun after the landlord views.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that's got to help your views.
Oh yeah.
Because it's 20 seconds, so that's like people can't even turn it off in time unless they're
perfect.
That's pretty good.
It's the perfect storm as far as low winter summers go.
Low winter sunners. I wonder if that's I'm calling a champagne place. I feel like it's too much chit chat. We're not getting down to business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying the chit chat though.
Yeah, the chit chat's good. And that's what the viewers,
Yeah, the viewers are the most. Hey, hi, this is Brendan. I'm here with my boyfriend Nick, business partner.
Okay.
And do you know who Jason Segel is?
Yeah, he's on TV.
That's right. We have a question about Ring doorbells. Like, do you have Ring doorbells there?
No, we don't, sir. We quit carrying those.
Why is that?
I'm not sure. We just quit carrying them. We weren't selling them very popular, so they quit carrying them.
Do you know if anybody, because what we're trying to do is install a Ring doorbell on the inside of the bathroom, so people have to, after they go to the bathroom, ring it
to get out.
Then we answer the door like they're like, welcome to my house kind of a thing.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah, because like if somebody met, because you guys, you have an employee bathroom there probably.
Yes, we do.
A lot of guys working there.
We got 4, but like I say, they're public bathrooms. They're not really just for the employees.
Well, what I'm saying is, and we're not trying to do a anything like weird with a camera in the bathroom, but just like a Ring doorbell. So if somebody goes in, they can use the bathroom at their leisure. But when they come out, they ring the doorbell, and then one of us looks at it and says, "Okay, well, before you come out of the bathroom, maybe clean up that mess that you just made."
Okay, yeah.
And there's a brush over there, or whatever kind of mess.
Great if you're out of the house and someone's using the bathroom, wherever you are, whether you're in a business meeting or you're in another bathroom somewhere else, you can see.
No clue, sir.
And if you have kids too, because like I know that kids can really do a number on a bathroom too, even if they're little.
Oh yeah.
And my wife was eating.
Poop doesn't care about age. I'll tell you that.
Well, it just doesn't matter. Like, any kind of mess is really, even just like water on the floor, because that's a hazard.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to eat on the toilet, and as does my wife. And we made a big bowl of Chiapino soup. You know that? It's like a spicy seafood soup.
Oh yeah.
And she, was using the restroom and eating the bowl of soup, and it wasn't. She was just being a little careless because she was looking at her phone too. So there was, she just left a little mess behind, and that was.
That's how most bathroom accidents happen, by the way. People that are, using their phone while they're using it.
Yeah. And they don't, and it's not a malicious thing. That's what we're saying, sir. Are you there, sir? Hello? Sir? Hello? Are you? I
disconnected.
But we got a. He knew who Jason Segel was. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that episode of the World Record Podcast. The Do You Know Who Jason Segel Is episode. We do some more calls on the extended Patreon episode. If you want to go to patreon.com/World Record Podcast, donate $5 a month. You get extra episodes and the extended episodes. But I'm not going to leave you completely high and dry. Please enjoy the cover version of Secret Garden that Nick and I recorded on our old Do You Know Who Jason Segel Is podcast. Enjoy it and go find Do You Know Who Jason Segel Is. If you like this episode, there's 36 episodes of that podcast out there. And that's all free too. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Let's take it from the top and then we'll just go through once no matter what happens. Don't talk into your mic because I have it cranked all the way up to get your guitar.
She'll let you in her house if you come knocking at night. She'll let you in her mouth with the word you say, alright. If you pay the price, she'll let you deep inside. There's a secret garden she hides. She'll let you in her car to go driving around. Let you into parts of herself that'll bring you down. She'll let you in her heart. If you got a hammer and a vice, but her secret garden, don't think twice. You got a million miles. How far do you get to that place where you can't remember and you can't forget? Lead you down a path. There'll be tenderness in the air. She'll let you come just far enough so you know she's really there. She'll look at you and smile. And her eyes will say, she's got a secret garden where everything you want, where everything you need will always stay a million miles away.
This is Do You Know Who Jason Segel is? Acoustic Hour.